Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast. I am Stefan.
I'm Martin. I'm still here.
Whoa, you look like you forgot your name for a second there, bud.
I almost did.
You're like, what? Are we podcasting? What's going on? I don't understand.
A while ago, before we started recording this episode, Stefan gave me some roofies, some extremely hot sauce. Some extremely hot sauce. I mean, mind-blowingly good. He always has the best hot sauces, and my taste buds have recovered, but my mind hasn't really recovered.
It's still not there yet. Yeah.
Some hot sauces give you kind of an artificial high.
Yes, the endorphin release from it.
So, taste
Yes,
buds.
it was either masturbation or hot sauce. I'm really glad you go with hot sauce.
In your company.
Yeah, we're all thankful for the hot sauce selection.
In your company, it's a coin toss.
It is always, I know.
But we have two beers that I brought.
Yes, you did.
And I think these are going to be fun. So they're both from England.
They are.
They're both double IPAs.
And one is from S43, and one is a collaboration with S43. And S43, I've tried a few times, and I know you've tried a few times, and they've, and it's one of these like fresh new young brewers that comes out and they do amazing stuff, and then probably within the next 3 years, they're not going to be that great anymore.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Verdant.
Yeah, Verdant is a good example.
Like, Wylam has somehow still managed to keep quality pretty high, I would say.
But not as good as when Wylam was the best.
Yeah, not as good as when they first started. But they're still cranking out pretty good stuff. But like, man, what happened to all of those other great British breweries that have just like they got purchased and then just ghost?
Right.
Like I would have thought Beavertown would have just upped production, but they have like just disappeared off of the market almost altogether, except for just a few select.
Maybe they were bought up in order to quench them, to like hold them down.
I don't think that's the thing. No. Usually when you buy them, you want to capitalize on the momentum. I mean, Modern Times was an example, I think. Was it Modern Times or was it... No, it wasn't Modern Times. It was Ballast Point.
Yes.
Is an example where that was just horribly mismanaged all the way around.
Super sad.
Yes. But then like, what were the other big breweries that were really kind of all the rage and then they got purchased and disappeared?
Wicked Weed?
No, I'm thinking of British breweries. Because one time it was Beavertown, and it was... what was the other one?
I mean, Colonel's still
independently owned.
Cloudwater is still going strong.
Yeah, no.
I can't remember it now.
I'm totally drawing a blank, and it's driving me nuts.
You think about that, and I will just let our listeners know that the first beer from S43 is called Maris the Dank Engine. A double IPA, clocking in at 8.1% ABV. And they write, we used a trainload of Columbus, Chinook, Citra and Simcoe in the whirlpool, and a huge double dry hop of cryo Citra, cryo Columbus, Chinook and Centennial to give lots of savory piney notes and tropical juice. So this one has a lot of potential. I love basically all of these sea...
I can even tell you more. The malts they used were Maris Otter, hence the...
Yeah, Maris
the Dank Engine.
Did I say that, the name? Maris the Dank Engine?
Yes, you did.
I did. Yeah.
And then they had oats, wheat, Vienna, and dextrin. And then the yeast is English Ale 007.
Oh, typical 007.
Yes, it was canned on February 10th, 2022. And it's best before September 8th, 2022.
Yeah.
That's a lot of information.
That's cool. And S43 are from Coxhoe, County Durham in England. So I think this. Coxhoe.
Store between 2 degrees Celsius and 6 degrees Celsius in a fridge, obviously.
Yeah, duh.
It's like dumbass.
It does smell a little bit piney and a little bit tropical fruity.
Save the duckies, recycle cans. These guys are funny. I like it. There's a lot of little details on the can. All right, so
pine and fruit, tropical fruit.
Well, I mean, it is dank,
yeah.
So I would expect it to be kind of resinous and piney, and with the other hops that you included, it should be a little fruity.
Let's try it.
Let's try it.
Cheers.
I'm excited about this. Yep.
It's good.
It is good. It's dank.
I think it falls into the classic Stefan regular New England double IPA.
It's good. It's tasty. The aftertaste is definitely dank. Getting a lot of kind of resiny flavors off the aftertaste. It's like a little bitter.
Pine, grass, and weed.
Yeah. It's definitely more of a bitter aftertaste than a fruity aftertaste.
Yes.
Which I quite like. I think it's quite good. The mouthfeel is rich.
But S43 is a quite new acquaintance. It's like less than half a year since I had my first one, I think.
Yeah, I think we kind of started trying them last year.
Yeah. And like Bishop's Arms, Gustav Adolfs Torg in Malmo. We are from Malmo, everyone knows that. Yes. Except for new listeners. Hello, new listeners. No, this Bishop's Arms is really one of the best bars in Malmo, and they've been doing a banging job with taps.
Yeah.
For at least the last half year, maybe longer.
I mean, their trumpet play is amazing. Wait, what?
What is trumpet play? Oh, I'm scared to dive into this this rabbit hole.
The taps is the song that you play on the trumpet when the dun dun dun. You know.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Thanks.
That's a deep cut.
I worked hard on that dad joke.
Wow. But they've had S43 multiple times.
Yeah, I think I tried them through a web shop the first time.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of crashed onto the scene all of a sudden and hit with a bunch of stuff and super popular, and then just ghosted into the wind soon afterwards.
Yeah, this one is somewhere 4 to 425.
Yeah, it's a 4. It's a solid double IPA. 8.1% ABV. I don't get the booziness on this. It
hides it quite
well. The resinous nature of it hides it quite well. I think it's a real winner. All right, so next up is Love Note from Brew, brewed in collaboration with S43. So we've got we're double teaming S43 today.
Yes.
And Love Note is made with Cryopop, Brew 1, Simcoe, Idaho 7, and Citra. And I know nothing about Brew at all.
They are a microbrewery from Middlesbrough, England, and I've never had anything from Brew.
Let's see here.
It's the first.
It's unfiltered, unpasteurized, and may contain sediment. Comes in at 7.2% ABV. Love Note is double dry hopped. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. And
yeah, they've made 60 beers so far. So it might be semi-new.
And how did you get this?
I think this is from Systembolaget. I think both of them are.
That's right. They did a release of S43. So yeah, you're right. This did come from Systembolaget.
I think both of them from Systembolaget. So that's quite fun. Brew company, their tagline is, "We bring you craft beer with a nostalgic twist, born from influential culture of the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
I haven't tried it yet.
I haven't either. I just smelled it.
It has less of an aroma than Maris the Dank Engine.
I don't really get much aroma at all off of this. It's pretty...
almost a little bit sweet.
Yeah. All right, let's try it.
Cheers. I mean, they look amazing. They're so dark yellow. Oh, Stefan's making a weird face. I haven't tried it yet.
There's a disturbing astringent factor to this one I'm not quite loving.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's
there is...
It's weird in a not very good way.
No, it's like a medicinal, astringent...
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid was the word I was going to say. I was thinking of like a plaster. Like if you've ever, licked a plaster. That sounds weird, but I mean, I'm sure at some point you've had a Band-Aid in your mouth for some reason or another. Maybe you had to pull one off with your teeth as a child because it hurt like hell because it had been on too long. but it has a very much adhesive bandage flavor to it.
And now,
and
when you smell it now.
No, I smelled it to begin with, but I was going with your, like, whatever. I was like, well, I'm not going to influence the flavors, because that's just a weird off flavor for me. Maybe I don't understand it.
So now the aroma is chemicals, almost smoky sausage.
It is a little smoky, and I think that's where the astringent bandage flavoring comes from.
Now this one is, it's off.
It is not a favorite of mine. I'll give you that.
No, there's something wrong with.
You think wrong with it? I think there's something wrong with it. I think it's what they're going for. I just don't think it worked.
Yikes.
They said that there's. They said if you want to see the.
These two beers couldn't be more different. I'm gonna go back to the pure S43 beer.
Yeah, no, the S43 beer is quite good. I really like it.
Going back to it, it almost works better now. Just to save your taste.
Much more piney and resinous going back to it.
Just to save your taste buds from.
Wow.
So now the S43 jumps up to a weak 425 for me.
Exactly, I would say that's a 425 beer right there.
But the higher, I mean, should the Play Brew be rated with no rating because it's so off, or is it like a 2.75?
I don't think it's an off beer. I don't think it's off.
You don't think?
In the way it's supposed to be. I just don't think it's a very good beer.
This can't be the intention. It's not.
What are the ratings on tap for this beer?
The average is 384.
That's pretty. I mean, that's about what I would expect.
But there are only 148 people in the world that have tried it.
Well, soon to be 150.
Yeah, they write, "We are stoked to finally get our favorite bubble pals in for a collab. Sticking together through thick and thin, S43 made our time in isolation much easier. This one's a delicious double dry hopped IPA that hits all the right notes. This one's a labor of love and an appreciation beer for our friends S43."
Wow. They don't like S43 very much.
They shouldn't have written that. And then you see people's photos and it's like this. Is it oxidized?
It does. I mean, the photos look a little oxidized.
The photos look.
I mean, this doesn't look that oxidized to me, but it could just be the way that the photos are being taken. Because I don't get any of that cardboard notes that you usually get from oxidation. But it is just not. There's a lot of 3.5s and 4s in there. I'm really surprised.
And we don't have a single friend who have rated it, so we can't compare to our. It's so strange.
Yeah,
so strange.
But I think I can rate this.
Yeah. And what do you give it?
I'll give it 2.75.
Yeah, I mean that. If I stop thinking about it as a double IPA, I think that's what I could give it as well. But I would much rather drink Mary's the Dank Engine.
Yeah, give it a try again. Now it's
Love note.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aroma goes. It's less chemicals now and more smoky sausage.
Yep.
Which is that good or bad? I think it's good. I think it's good that
it has. I will say the aroma has gotten a bit better.
The flavors are all over the place.
Yeah.
No, it's unpleasant.
It is. I would say 2.75 to 3, but I'm going to go 2.75.
Yeah, it's a sad one.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did not hit any love notes for us.
No. We are more.
I guess the boo face, not the O face.
The brew phase?
Boo.
Oh. Those are very similar.
It's the way you position your lips.
Right.
Yes.
Now I get it.
Okay, so I guess it's all for this episode.
Yeah, so I think the takeaway is collaborations. Good breweries can't save collaborations.
Man, that has been the case for so many collaborations.
Yes.
Oh my God.
There's so many examples where a bad brewery gets a good brewery in, and nothing changes with the beer.
And there's also so many examples where a good brewery gets a great brewery in, and they produce the worst garbage you've tried in forever.
Yes.
Or they're just like, oh, we both decided to do Lichtenheiner. It's like, neither one of you have ever done this style before. Why on earth would you decide now is the time? It's like, because no one will be at fault if it sucks.
Exactly. In an episode long time ago of this podcast, there was a Amager beer made with Transient, both of which make actually really good imperial stouts.
Yeah.
And they made a lager.
Yeah,
and it was garbage.
Yeah. You're kind of like, why the hell would either of you make? And this was back before Omnipolo started making lagers, like years before they were making lagers.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it's during my time as a co-host.
Yeah.
And you go like, wow, Transient, you make some of the best imperial stouts in the world, and Amager, you make really good imperial stouts, especially compared to other European.
Amager, sorry, not Omnipolo.
Amager.
Yeah.
And the result is a lager. And it's not even one of those crisp, clean ones. You go,
yeah.
It
wasn't even a great lager. It was just like, wow, this is not even Star Prom good.
So if Play Brew are known for double IPAs, I would say that S43 definitely is known for double IPAs, especially in Sweden. If they combined into this mess, that's where did this go wrong?
Yeah. Who knows? Well, that wraps up another episode.
It definitely does.
You can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever. Amazing, wonderful, fun,
thoughtful, well researched.
Yes,
that's not
it's us, just like us. We're right there. It's criminal, and it's What's on Tap as the most well researched and well versed podcast out there. So until next time,
keep drinking, you dum dums.